before I forget, and we've missed now a section of it, but that's fine. All right, last week I spoke about, I don't know if I spoke about the hierarchy of a website, but especially in e-commerce, it's very important to think about the hierarchy, because the hierarchy is basically the way your site levels down. And if you have that in your, if you have that, let me share my screen. I'm going to show you what I mean quickly. I think it's this one. As you can see in an e-commerce shop, you've got your main page here at the top. This is now a shoe site. That's the home page. Then there's going to be categories, which is women's shoes and men's shoes. It could be kids' shoes as well, but in this case, it's just those two. And then under women, we've got high heels and flat shoes. And under that, we've got product 1, product 2, product 3. And the same applies. Now, this is what I call the hierarchy of a website. And it is siblings. It's basically the parent and a sibling and a sub-sibling and that kind of thing. This is very important, even if it's for a small store. It is important to have a hierarchy, especially if you're going to build a business that needs to be sustained and you want to get on Google and all those kind of things, because Google's robots follow these things. And if they see that your site is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's specific to specific item. You can see this is a very specific site. It is about shoes. Then the robot is going to see this as value, and they're going to score it, and your chances to be seen in Google's top 10 is going to be higher. So it's important to think about what is your categories you're going to have on your e-com store before you even start creating it, because this is going to determine your blueprint and the pages that you're going to create. Because just looking at this, you know you're going to have your main page, you're going to have 2 category pages, and inside that category pages, you can have subcategory pages, and again, subcategory pages. And that will help you to create your website. Does that make sense to you guys? All right. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to create our pages. Yes, Dari.
I'm seeing how you have the hierarchy, and it's making a whole lot of sense to me. It's 2 questions I have, and hoping you can answer. The way you have it structured, it kind of reminds me of a thing that I had learned called siloing, and I didn't know if that was similar to that. And then the other thing, do we have any training in Builderall, or do you know if it's in one of the Fab 5 groups of how to have like a parent page and then a sub-parent page, how we would go about doing that so that we can make sure we follow the structure that you just showed us?
No, unfortunately we don't, because that's quite advanced training at this stage, and I think most of the people in the groups at this time is beginners. But that is something that we should consider having, because I come out of a background um, prior Builderall where the hierarchy is a very, very important thing for building stores and things, because it just makes sense for finding products. You can't have everything on your homepage, so it needs to follow a specific order. And I do think it is important training. We should actually keep that in mind. Bridget, I think it's something that we need to make a point of. Um, so yes, thank you for mentioning that, because I actually never thought about that. There's a lot of things that we know, but we don't think of creating actual training for that. But thank you
Well,
for that.
I understand what you were showing, and I understand how to do it, but for a person that doesn't understand it, then it really does not allow them to leverage the power of Builderall, because I didn't know that it's a whole lot more stuff that we can do with Builderall than what
Yes,
actually has been done. So what you all are showing and what you are showing is like up there as far as skill set, which means that makes a person more valuable, and it makes Builderall even more valuable for them to inform people that what Builderall can do. So thank you.
absolutely. And you know what is, it makes it actually, Builderall makes it a lot less complicated, because if you use our Cheetah Funnel Builder, you can build your hierarchy instantly. You don't need to struggle and go build the pages, because you can build your hierarchy and you can see where what links to. So you'll have your main page linking to the category pages, both of them. And then those pages, the category page linking to the siblings. So it really, the channel, the Cheetah Funnel Builder is not just for building normal funnels. You can build your hierarchy in it, and it's going to create all those pages for you, and you just need to go and change the content of these pages. But I think that is a whole big training on its own. I think really that is something. I'm actually glad that you mentioned that, because it is something that we can go into. Absolutely. All right, guys. So for today's training, I'm not going to use our fantastic funnel builder, because I'm going to follow another route in trying to explain a few things to you. So I'm going to share my screen again. Just want to check which one. I think it was that one. And I'm going to close that screen. And as you can see, let me just make this thing that's all over the show. All right. As you can see, this is the pages that I've created so far. I've got a home page. Now, the one that we are going to create in this example is going to have only 2 categories. And let me edit the page. I've already opened it up. You're going to see this is a very fun page, and it looks a lot different than the other pages. It's a fun store basically selling board games. So you can, I haven't populated it or changed it. It's just for example purposes of what we're going to do. But basically we are going to have a board game store, and we are going to sell 2 different products. One for teenagers, board games for teenagers, and board games for, I think I said preschoolers. Now I have to say to you guys that I just want to see your faces right here, because I don't know what have I done here. I am so, there we go. Sorry. Um, the You can see obviously, because it's a fun type of store, I bring in the fun elements, because people that's going to look for a board game site is not going to want to look at a boring site. They're going to want something that's more interactive, more fun, more playing around with. So I only got the 2 products. I'm going to show you how to add to this specific example. So for this, we are going to need a thank you page. So there will be a thank you page, and then there's going to, so let's just click, and I'm just going to say thank you. And I'm not going to do SEO optimization now and writing the right titles and things. I'm just going to create these sites. That is one way of creating it. All right. The other way is just to duplicate the existing page. And when I'm saying I'm duplicating, it's because I want maybe the top 2 banners to be the same on all pages. Or you can go and use global headers. That is up to you how you want to do that. So that is the different ways, but I'm not going to apply that to all the pages now, because it's training purposes and we need to get through this. And then the next page we're going to create is the teenager board games. And by the way, guys, board games is incredibly demand for it. And there's not a lot of people. You can go and look up board games, and you're going to see if you can find a supplier that does board games and you've got good ones, this is a fantastic idea to go into. What was the other one? I said it was preschool. Now these are our category pages that we are going to create. And as you can see, this is the siblings of the main page. Preschool board games. I'm not going to do any of those other things right now. Although all the other things is important, but we just don't create it now. All right, so we've got the home page, a thank you page, the teenager, and the preschool. Those are the 2 products, categories we're going to have. And then I'm going to have one more for shop, for the complete shop, to have the teenager and the preschool and everything that you've created on one store. And you're going to see how it makes sense just now as we go through it. And we're going to hit save. All right, so now we've got our pages ready. It's important to create these pages before you start building your store, your e-commerce in Super Checkout. The reason for that is in Super Checkout, it asks you, what is your thank you page? It's going to ask you where you're going to sell this product. So that is important to always create your pages prior to that. Any questions? No questions at all? All right, everybody is quiet. Cool. Let me share again. And I always have to look, where am I? All right, great. So now we've got all of these stores. The next thing that we are, or not stores, pages. The next thing is we're going to have to think about, okay, well, I'm going to stop sharing because I need to look at you. How does Shelley say? I need to look at your eyeballs. I love it when she say that. Um, we have to think about our shipping strategy. And a lot of people, my person, and this is my opinion, everybody's opinion is different. If you have a product that has basically the same weight and size, you would be able to have a strategy, maybe like a flat rate shipping or free shipping. The client don't know it's not free. You working it into your price basically. But there is 90% of the time, if you have shipping charges on your site, you're going to have increase in abandoned carts. That most abandoned carts is due to shipping charges. People go to sites, they love the products, they get to the checkout, they see the shipping charges and they bail. So if you can have a strategy where you can avoid it by saying you can get this product for free today, just pay shipping, then you can do that way. Or you can say you pay for the product, the shipping is this, but I'm going to give you a coupon code for the shipping, so the shipping will be deducted. You have to think about the shipping strategy to avoid that abandoned carts that's going to come through. Does that make sense? So before you start even, you have to make sure that you have that idea in mind. You also need to have, think about, are you going to offer coupons? Are you going to give discount to new clients? Um, how are you going to do that? Are you going to put it on a pop-up on your store? Or are you just going to have that in an email at a later stage and not have it in the pop-up? The idea is to convert the customer the moment they get to your site. And most of the time, most people, like you see on all their sites, they offer a discount, even if it's just a 10%. And I like the way an exit pop-up. A lot of people don't like it, but an exit pop-up does work, especially at the right time. And if it's not overwhelming, and there must be a way to exit it. It mustn't be, there's some places where you get to a pop-up and you cannot get that pop-up to go away. So it is important to keep all of that in mind. So for today, we are going to also apply a coupon code because I want to show you how it would look like in this whole process as we're going to go through the store, because it is important. Any questions?
I do have a question.
Go for it.
I was trying to set up that account. I don't remember the name of the platform where you sign up, just for the fact that I wanted to at least know how much the shipping fee will be, so I can actually, instead of using it, actually include it into the price. But it seems to be not working. I don't know. It is not only to open the account. It seems to be that you need in the account, you need to do a few things for you to be able to actually get a price on the shipping
Yes.
costs.
Roberto, you have to remember that shipping costs difference from country to country, from place to place, as well as the weight and the size of each item. And you're going to see now as we go through the checkout, how, or through the process, how it really affects it all. Because it is very difficult, and that's what I'm saying to you, it is better to have an overall shipping cost or a flat rate added than to have it different, because you're not going to be able to determine that. And that's what I'm saying. I like niche stores where you sell a few products and you know what their size is and you know the weight's going to be and you can average it out. But because the moment you start having products that with different sizes and different weights and different everything in different countries, and you will not be able to determine the exact shipping costs. And that is a very important thing to think about and actually play around with. And as you do your website, you can go. You're going to see EasyPay is going to show you. You can do tests from different angles to just get an idea of what what the customer is going to see. But we will see it now as we go through the process.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. I just see any questions there. No. All right, great. Let me share my site, my page again. Right, so let's go to coupons. So on the left-hand side, we're scrolling down until we get to super checkout. Now, obviously, it's going to ask you for your business information because every new domain or that you create on every new store is going to have their own identity, and therefore you need to add your details. So I'm just going to add, I don't know if I've got a logo still here somewhere. Maybe I do. I don't have a logo. I'm just going to leave. Let's just call this, I don't even know what I call the store. Let's just go board games. And you can add some legal text, and I'm just going to whatever details. Now, this is very important. Some countries do not work with Easy Pay. Unfortunately, some countries is not incorporated like my country. So I have to go and create a fake address at this stage because otherwise I won't be able to use this product because it picks up my address where I am from. So let me just find US here. And I don't even know. Give me a code, Bridget. What codes have you got? 10. I'm just going to do
Oh,
that.
oh, yeah, that works, I guess.
I think that's New York. I'm not sure.
I can give you my zip code.
Yeah,
I think that
I have a PO box if you want it, Jackie.
now not everybody is going to watch us and start sending you love letters. All right, so I've just had that. It's fine. Global affiliations. If your product is of value, if I talk about a value, if you would be able to share your margins, if your margin is big enough, to put it that way, you can enable global affiliations and get other people to sell your product. But e-commerce margins, especially for buying a product and reselling it, is not as high. So I would not recommend this unless your product is of such value. If you understand what I'm trying to say here. Let me just save that. Now, the next thing is, if you want to create a coupon, you always create the coupon before you start creating your products, because during your product creation, it's going to ask you, or do you have a coupon to add? So we're going to go to coupons and say create a coupon. And we'll just call it board games. Board games. And we're going to give it, you can choose fixed or percentage. I'm just going to say 5% for now. Did I say 5? Yes, 5%, not 5 cents. And then obviously you can choose your time period. I'm just going to choose anything, and I'm going to create coupon, and I'm going to confirm. Now I can see it says saving list. So our board games is saved. We know that our coupon code is board games. There it says board games. And now the second step would be to go to our ecom to activate our shipping. So you can see my ecom is sitting right here. We're going to click on that. And it gives your ecom business name. So this is board games. Board games. Currency is dollar. I've got my Stripe account. Remember, I'm not going to go in detail how to create this account. I'm sure you guys know that by now. And
Could
that
I
is
back
my,
you up a moment? A
yes.
question about the coupons. Could you talk a bit about the category versus the name of the coupon? Because only the category shows up later in the process. So I don't understand the distinction.
What category do you mean?
If you're creating a coupon,
Yes.
you just, what was the coupon you just created called?
Board games. Yeah.
Okay, so it said board games, and then it said board games.
Yeah, the one is the name. The one is the name of the coupon that you've created in super checkout purposes. The other one is the one that the client needs to use to get the coupon. And you're going to type in that board games. Let me go back and I'll show you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Okay.
Since you called them the same, it wasn't clear to me what the
Yeah, I
distinction.
was not supposed to call it the same, I suppose. You can see we've got it here. There it says, let me go edit. There's 3 little dots. Edit. That is the name of the coupon list. So you're going to have maybe 10 different kinds of coupons. This is to identify it for yourself. Okay. The one
Yeah.
here is the one that the client is going to use to get the checkout. So at the checkout, he needs to type in board games to get that 5% discount.
As you continue, could you call the list name and the code something different?
Yes. Let's call
Because I think
this
at one point in the process,
show to clients.
you'll have to choose the list
Yeah,
name,
if
but
you've
if you
got a
have
lot of
different
coupons, you are
codes,
so right.
yeah,
You are so right, Douglas.
thanks.
You are so
Appreciate it.
right. All right, there you can see. Special to clients, coupons, board games. All right, cool. So now let's go to the products. And, sorry, my e-commerce, not products. And we're going to give it a name, your name offer. Let's say this is, what's my board game store? Currency, we're going to use Stripe. Now it says select sales page. And we know it's going to be on the home page. And that's why I'm saying it's important to create all your pages before you start creating your super checkout and your e-commerce. So we're going to have a home. Here it says select the coupon list. If you drop down, you can see it says there, special to clients. So that would be if you've got 100 different kinds of ones, it's going to show you which one it is. So you're going to click on that. If you've got VAT, you need to enable that. You need to enable your language. And now we come to easy ship. Now, if you click the plus sign, this Mel or Envio is basically for, I think it's the Portuguese area. And then you've got easy ship. Now, easy ship is really easy it's really easy to set it up. You follow just exactly the instructions that they're giving you here. It's literally exactly the instructions here. And when they say to you, always use your production token, do that. Do not sandbox it at all. It's not like with when we do Stripe and all those things that we need to have fake payments going through. We need to see this in real life, what they're going to quote. So make sure that the API token that you're going to grab there is not sandbox token. So grab the production code token right there. So I'm not going to go into detail because that is really self-explanatory at the moment. I just want to move this, get to the cross. So I'm just going to choose that one. And you can add tags if you like. I've never added tags right here. I'm not actually, to be quite honest, sure what will happen if I add a tag right here. I'm thinking if I add a tag here, it's going to be something like, what type of site is this? That comes from my board game store. I haven't played around with that, so I can't really give you answers as to that yet. But if I do, I will let you know. Then we're going to click save. And I think it saved it. Did it save here? I didn't see. Yeah, there we go. Store is good to go. Now we're going to create the products. Any questions so far, guys? None? All right, so now we're going to start creating the products. And we are, this image right here, I choose to choose an image here that is the category image, not necessarily the product image. So I've already uploaded my images, but for this example, I'm just going to show you. I've got preschool and I've got teenagers. So here is the first one. I've got all these different kinds of images. And I've got board game, variant, life skills. You can see the different kinds of detail that I did there. So now I know Cluedio board game is a main image. This is the Cluedio variant. That is the Cluedio variant. That's what I'm saying. It's so important to create it from scratch in the right way. So now for this product, the first product is going to be Cluedo. And you're going to measure it up a bit, make it nice and say, okay. And we're going to write Cluedo. And we always ask for the address. And this is the product description. I haven't got product description ready. Like I said to you guys, we're supposed to have a good product description, but I am just going to type is my product for now. So you just need to give a proper product description. You can add video if you like, but I would prefer to add the video in the ecom section. And I'm going to show you right now when we get to that. You can even embed items here with the iframe if you like. So maybe you've got the reviews that you like to embed here, but you're going to see what it looks like when we get to the site. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet so that you can see how it works. And this is a physical product, and board games fall under games and toys. And we're going to go next. And now we're going to enable the Stripe account. We're going to grab our currency. I'm going to give a 14-day refund. It's a single payment. I'm not adding additional taxes. And here comes our coupon list again. And we're going to choose special to clients and the value of the product. So in this case, I have no idea the cost of these things. So let's just make, I don't know even what it costs. So let's just leave it at $10. So don't laugh at me because I don't know what your products cost in the United States. And I'm not going to go in detail with this because it depends on the country that you're in, whether you're going to enable that or not. And I'm going to go next. We're not going to have any affiliation. And we're going to look at the design. I like to use, you can have the 2 steps, checkout or whatever. I'm just going to stick with that. No, this 3-step. I like the 3-step. Or do I like that one? I'm not sure. But let's just stick with that one. And you know that you can edit it. You guys, do you guys know that you can edit it? You can change the look and feel of it. I've seen a lot of people using the super checkout and they don't change the look and feel according to their site. And even this word can be taken away. You can say there, my order, or whatever you want to do, and you can change the colors of your shopping cart. And just to make your store more branded. So it's very important to change your colors along. You can enable a custom footer if you like, but I don't do that. We're going to select the thank you page right here. There's our thank you page sitting right there. And select the page where you will sell this product. It's going to be sold on the home page. And we're going to click next. And we're going to say the list that we've created for this. I haven't created a list yet. Can you believe that? And I'm teaching you, and I haven't created a list. So I'm just going to leave it on ecom list. It's important. And then you want to do abandoned cart email. This is one of the most important aspects of your store. You have to select abandoned cart email. Now, if you're clever, let me show your face. Show my face. I can't show you your face. Abandoned cart emails is very important. If you go to the script writer, or is it script writer? I think it's what we call it in BBA. I've actually done training on the script writer a while ago in my group, where you utilize it to go and create your avatar for your specific industry. And then you're going to go to the abandoned cart. It's actually giving you 5 emails, I think, that you can use for your abandoned carts in your e-com store. So you don't have to go and duplicate things. It's all set up for you right there in your abandoned cart. So you have to make sure that you add abandoned cart emails and I'm onto your store. And you will see that if you go and send abandoned cart emails, I just use default. You untick that one. Here you can start creating it. And this is now your first email. Now there's 2 ways of doing this. You can have the first one here to activate the whole thing. And you can also create it in a mailing box, a sequence that needs to go out. But I prefer to use the one right here so that the moment that they abandon the cart, it hits and it starts sending out. You have abandoned the cart. I'm so sorry that you did that. Maybe you misclicked something. So I would say don't try and make up your own. That script writer really create amazing abandoned cart emails that you can add there, especially for your specific avatar that you have. So in this case, I'm just going to keep it like default. The default doesn't look bad, but it's not very personalized. I would prefer that you personalize it. Then you're going to go
What are
next.
config and I'm sorry to interrupt, but what are config and sync used for and when?
Who? Sorry?
The
Just
blue buttons just to the right
the blue
that on the
buttons to the
last screen
right.
you were showing.
Let me see. The previous page.
Yes, there.
Synchronize. That one.
Yes, and the one next to it. What are they each used for and when?
The configure is to configure your email address that you put in your details, but this has already been set up. Bridget, have you done any training on this? Because I've never used these two.
Okay.
Have you?
I never have either, but I think it's just a way of making sure that all of the like the fields are the same in your store as in your mailing list. But
Oh,
it looks like here there's just one, it's only asking for the email.
yes, that's
So I
nice.
guess it would be like if you had multiple, like say in that email list, you had it set up to ask for the name, the phone number, the email address, and all of that, then it would be different from this where it's just asking for the email.
Yeah, it makes
So,
sense.
yeah,
Because there's not a lot of information here.
right.
But I have never, ever, ever played with this at all.
I just use the default just like it is. I'd
Yes.
never do that
Yeah,
either.
same here, same here. Good
That's
question
good
there.
to know.
Good question, Chip. Next. All right, so terms of use, we've got that. It's next. We are not going to enable any of this because there's no e-learning or any of those stuff. And now we come to the strategy. It depends on what you are going to do. Free shipping, flat box, or regular. I'm not going to go into the free shipping and flat box because I'd like you guys to see what the regular shipping looks like when we go through the process. So let's just choose regular, and we're choosing easy ship. And this is now it. This is where the very important parts. Every single product, you need to know the weight, the height, the centimeters, and the length. Or not the width and the length. It's very important to add it because according to this, Easy Ship is going to calculate the shipping costs for that specific area or specific location it needs to be delivered to. So this is very important that you add the exact details of the weight and the package and all that kind of thing. And that's what I'm saying to you. Sometimes I personally feel that I would rather go with either a flat rate or a free shipping. And I know I'm not going to sit with all of this and create it for every single product to go and weigh it. And because you don't want problems. You can imagine if this information is wrong, Easy Ship pick up the package. And at the end of the day, there's going to be hiccups. They're not going to deliver your package because the weight is not correct. It's going to be nightmares. So I'm just going to create something simple now. And I know it's not like, I'm just adding something here so that we can go on. I'm going to go next. I accept, create product. Now this is what you need to do for every single product that you're going to sell. We have to go through the process, create a product, create a product, create a product. So I'm just going to add a few things. So we've got the Cluedo board game, and we need to look for another variation. Life skills, that's the other one. So I'm just going to go through this process quite fast so we can just get this through. This is life skills. Product. You guys can talk to each other while I create this. Don't let me be so quiet.
That's like that Saturday Night Live skit where they're like, talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic.
I have a question, if I may ask.
Yes, go for it.
Yes, in the meantime, when you set up the price, can you also use that situation when you have like an auction, you have a product for auction, but at the same time you can buy it for a price?
No, no, we haven't had that integration for the auction. The auction is totally on a separate page.
Okay. So it needs to be in a different, separate
Yeah, in a different
from,
environment, basically. You can add the auction to the site itself, though, but it's not during the process in e-commerce that you can do it.
okay. That answers my question. Thank you.
Cool.
I have a question, Jackie.
Yo.
While you are doing this, you can answer this. For me, I've done things on the internet, but I've not set up an e-commerce store. Neither have I sold anything from an e-commerce store, but I bought things from an e-commerce store. So for me, all of this is like totally new. And for me, it's exciting. I'm doing my best to contain it. So for anyone that's watching this, the replay or watching it live on YouTube, in your group, they can come, and should they become a part of Builderall, could they come in your group even though they may be watching a recording? They could join your group and ask questions about this.
Yes, absolutely. That's what it's all about.
And also, even though you did a training, last week, but there also, and I'm already understand what's in there because I've dove into your group to see what the curriculum is. But could they go into your group and see information like this and also receive help if they need to understand it a little deeper?
Absolutely. Everything is in the group under units, and I've got people coming there daily asking questions, and I answer it there. So yes, absolutely.
And so for like a newbie like me, to when it comes to creating a store, so in reality, there's no question is a wrong question. It's okay
No,
to be new but inexperienced with this.
absolutely. I love it. I mean, I love people that are new because it gives me the opportunity to teach. there's
Okay, because
there's never a stupid question when it comes to these things. Never.
and the reason I'm asking this because I'm going to be doing some things on a weekend on YouTube to show different things, and this is great. Even though I don't have experience in understanding this, I understand what it is, but not doing it. It allows me to leverage the togetherness, the familyship of Builderall through you all. And I really, me personally, I appreciate this because personally, when e-commerce stores first became available, it was a lot of money being charged to know how to do these things or things like that. And that's what kept me away. But you're making it very easy to do and to learn and to have access to you at my price. My favorite price is $3.99.
Yes, absolutely.
So I
Absolutely.
appreciate it. And I'm
Hey,
sure.
Jackie,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. What's up, everybody? Gene here. Um, I just wanna do you guys a favor and also Jackie a favor. Make sure that when it comes to asking for help, don't send Jackie a private message. What
Thank
you
you.
want to do is actually comment, not comment, leave a post within the group because she gets notified. She'll see it. If it's if you're not posting, spam links, you'll be okay. But as long as there's a question or you have something to say, she'll be able to read it, post it on the group, and answer it in the group so that that question can be seen by everybody and everybody gets to learn from your question. Okay? Because if you send messages to her, she's gonna have 99 messages plus, just like I have, just like Shelly has, and we're not gonna have the time to answer so many people at the same time. So just do yourself a favor and also Jackie a favor.
Thank you so much, Jean, because that is something that really happens to us all the time. We answer those messages, and you kind of feel obliged to answer it in the private messages. But like Jean says, it becomes at the end of the day we sit for hours and hours answering things privately where there's everybody else could have benefit from it. So yes, it's absolutely truth.
You know,
A lot of the times it's the same questions too. And it's like, oh man, I wish you asked this in the group because I would love to give a real thorough answer instead of my quick answer, hey, check the knowledge base on my way to the grocery store. you know? So if you ask in a group, then it's like we're like, oh great. And then we can give a great answer and then everyone can see. And also, if you think it's a stupid question, then you ask it. Be brave enough to ask it. And then I guarantee there's going to be 10 other people that are like, oh, thank God he asked that question. Because I
Exactly.
was wondering too.
I'm
Exactly.
glad you said that because what I've done is that we have 5 groups. So I have a tablet for each group and I write down my questions, and you can rest assured that you are going to start getting my questions because I have enough questions to ask each one. I'm glad Gene brought that up because what I do on the weekend, since everybody's off, I take time to look at the trainings that you all do in the week, and I want you all to know this because I appreciate it. And maybe this may help other people. Even though I'm a member of every group, then this is the point I'm making. Even though I'm a member of every group, I may not be using everything, but I can be aware of what's being done as I build a team, but also as I get ready to start doing things. So I write down the question for each tablet and that I have for each group. And on Monday mornings, or shall I say Sunday night, I'm going to start putting my questions in the group so you can answer. And this is something that people that are watching this can do, because again, as I stated earlier, it's like having on-demand support. And I really appreciate all five of y'all's your interaction with us. I appreciate that. And thank you, Gene, because that lets us know it's okay. It's okay.
I have something to say. If you go on in Yahoo News, you'll sometimes see, and I saw one today where they've got an article that'll list certain products and things that you can sell, and then it also gives you something at the bottom that says "Learn more." What I can do is just go into the group and post that link so they can check it out.
No, absolutely. All right, guys, any questions?
I was curious,
Yes, Bobby?
on the shipping thing, it says, the millimeters, centimeters. Is there any way to change it to inches?
Unfortunately not. No, it is a request. We have made a couple of requests to the development team for changes to the system, that you would be able to choose between inches, centimeters, and all those kind of things. But it's a work in progress, guys. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It's a lot of coding that needs to be done, especially like for our categories to be able to be editable, certain buttons to be editable. As I go through the process, I will explain it a little bit more when we start adding it to the website, but not at the moment. No, at the moment, you're going to have to convert the inches to centimeters on a calculator on the side to get that done, unfortunately.
Yeah, I wish that we could go back in time and everybody use millimeters and centimeters instead of inches, because once you get used to one, it's hard to switch back and forth. If
Yes, it
everybody
is.
used the same thing, it would be better.
I agree, because every country is so different. It actually surprised me, because in my country we use centimeters, we don't use inches. So
Yeah,
I mean,
inches are crazy. I don't know why the Europeans, when they come over to the United States, they didn't want to be part of Europe no more. They've created their own friggin' inches. I hate them.
yeah, it's true. All right, so there's no questions. You understand how the product has been created. So for every single thing that you need to create, you have to go to Super Checkout and create that product. There's no a way around it. So you have to do that. All right. All right, so I'm going to share my screen again. Start screen share. I think it was that one. And we've got that. So we've got the Uno board game, we've got headbands, we've got life skills, and we've got Cluedo. These are the 4 products that we're going to sell. 2 of the products is going to be for teenagers, and 2 of them is for preschoolers. So we've got our product creation. Now we're going to start going and create our website. So we know that we've created this basic type of thing, basic information. We've got the home page. We've got your My Account. We're going to talk about that just now as we go through the process. We've got shop, about us, and contact us. And then obviously I didn't add any more details, because I spoke about adding your other details like your header and your footer and all the design. This is not the design training session. It's just to show you what you can add. So on the front page, this could be, maybe there could be a heading that says this is bestsellers, or recommended by us, or something like that. You can choose what type of thing you would want, money back guarantee, or whatever the case might be. And the way I do it is I normally create one section, design one section, and then I will copy the whole thing, the whole box, and I just copied it as many times that I need it for. So in this case, I just copied 3. And the only thing I need to do is to right click and go and change the image. And I can say, okay, well, I'm going to have, you can see I've already uploaded some of the images. So I've got that one board game, and I'm going to have, let me have that one as an image. That is a special. So I'm not going to use all of these. I'm going to delete them now because I just want to work with that one to give you an example, and I don't want to confuse you with the rest. So you can add the different kinds. It doesn't have to be one of the categories. If I say it doesn't have to be the main category sitting here. It could be, if it was there at the top, you could say our categories, and you would list them. Category teenagers. This is for kids. This is for adults. This is for whatever the case might be. Or in this case, it's a specific product because I am having specials. So my heading here could be specials. And this specific card is now, pack of cards is going to be on a special. So that is basically what I'm adding here. So your home page is basically the page where you would add images, and the card is not necessarily linked yet or any of those things. This is going to go to the other pages, basically where it sits. And I'm going to show you how we do that. Are you guys with me so far? I would think so, ne? Let me just see. Yes, it looks like it. All right, so now we've got this card sitting right here. We are going to link, we want to put a link to this specific card, but how do we do that? So you're going to see we've got, let me just move this whole picture here where it's on the save button. Let me just move it. I'm saving it. And then that's fine. I'm just going to save it like that. I'm going to go out of that page because I need to go to the other one. All right, now let's go to the shop section here. And we're going to add our complete shop right here now. I'm just going to add a panel. Now guys, I'm not going to design the site and create the top level. Yo, I've just added 2. Some days you struggle to add 1. Now you can just add 2. It's with one shot. That's awesome. All right. So I'm not going to go about the design, how you need to copy it and your header and your footer. We just want to show you how this works. So this is going to be your main shop. Main shop. Main shop. There we go. And I'm just going to make this size a lot bigger, a little bit height. Now we're going to go to Super Checkout. We're going to go down to My Ecommerce. And you're going to see there's now something happening right here. We've got shopping URL, we've got a sales page, but we've also now got different kinds of section. We've got affiliation, we've got products. Can you see the products there? And sort products. Okay, but that's now empty because we haven't sorted yet. That's actually new, by the way. This is a new thing. It just happened. That's cool. All right, you see, guys, even I learn, eh? All right, so here we've got our products. Now, as you can see, you have to hover over it to see that you can edit. If you don't hover, you can't see that. And let's go do the Uno board game first. We're going to click on edit. And we're doing the board game. Let me just make sure if it's the board game. Yeah, Uno board game. Click to edit. We're going to add the Uno board game. Okay, we're going to give it details. This is an awesome board game. And here you can tell about the product, the features of the product, the benefits of the product, all that nice kind of stuff. This is what you're going to add right here. And we are going to add variations right here. So there's a plus. And we're going to start adding all the different variations of that Uno board game. So there is one variation there. We're going to add Frozen. We're going to add Minecraft. We're going to add that one. So now you can see when people move around between these variations, they can see exactly the product. And that's so awesome. Now we're going to enable the variation. All right, so we're going to add, and we know we've got those 4 different kinds of products. I don't actually know what they are. I think it's Frozen is the one. But okay, this is Uno cards. And the one is Frozen. The other one is Minecraft. And the other one is Avengers. And I don't know what's the other one. Let me just see. Avengers, Minecraft, Frozen, Mario Bros. Okay. The other one is, sorry. Add Mario Bros. Now, if you have a product that needs more variations, now in the case, let's say you're selling t-shirts and you wanted to sell it by color and by size, you can do that. You just need to add, and you're going to add another group. So you're going to have a group for Uno cards, and you're going to have a group of sizes. So this group, I should have actually not called it Uno cards. I could have called it something else. But that is that you can add as many groups as you like right here to be able to help your customer to choose the right product. So we've got that all right already. Now for enable stock. If you don't enable stock, it means it's unlimited quantities. They can just order and you're going to have in stock. When you enable the stock, you can say for each of the products how many you have for that specific item. So in this case, we can say for Frozen, we've got 3. For that one, we've got 1. We're going to leave Avengers out because I want to show you what happens. And then we'll do Mario Bros. And when we get to that, guys, I'm going to show you what happens and how it looks like when something is out of stock. Basically, how it works is, let's say a client comes to your store and they bought 2 of the products. Now a third person wants the same product. You won't be able to buy it. It will be disabled because it will be on 0. So the system picks that up. And then the select tags is, that is not working yet. We are still waiting to hear what we're going to do with that. And if you're going to offer any discounts, but we are not doing any discounts right here. Now we're going to add some description. I like this description box because this is basically the additional information that you're going to supply. And this is where you can add video, for an example. Now, I don't know what video okay, the video for the next product I will add. But this is where you add video or not benefits, more information, or whatever the case might be, and we're going to click save. And I'm still waiting for it to save. There we go. And that you need to do for all of that. So I'm going to go through it very quickly. Let me just check which one it is. That is now headbands. Click. And we've got headbands. This is a fabulous product. Are you guys still there?
Yes.
Yay. Thank goodness. I was worried there for a moment.
Hey, Jackie, while you do that, Michelle asked in the group chat or in the chat, is there an option to add a track your order page?
No, not yet. Which variant did I add now? That one. Uno. Ah, there's another one. Unfortunately not, but I'm sure we will get that kind of stuff in future because we know Builderall. We know how they operate. You want something, they're going to bring it to us. We just need to be a little bit patient. All right, so here's only one variation. You can't have different kinds of variations. We are just leaving it right like that. So I'm not going to enable any variations there. I am going to enable stock because we don't know how many we are. We're just going to say we've got like 4. And then a discount we're not going to do. And then this is where I think I've got a video. So let me go back to my back office. And I am going to Builderall video hosting. And I'm going to scroll down until I find it. There it is. Bit code. And you can see we got autoplay. I'm just not going to put it on autoplay at this stage. And you've got your direct link and you've got your embedded code. And we're going to go back to our site. And you can have your link. Nah, not link. Where's the code? There's the code. and we can embed it. I think that embedded code works. I'm not sure. Otherwise, we can have the direct link, and we're going to click save. I hope it works. Worked the last time. All right, so now we're going to keep adding. This is the life skills. I'm going to try to go through this as quickly as I can. Imagine I had lots more products. Life skills, board game, variant. I'm not going to add all the variants.
You know why you do that, Jackie? It makes me think, like, I know that some people are kind of hesitant to start a store because they're like, well, you know, we don't have this and we don't have this and whatever. But as you guys can see, the amount of time that it takes to add all of your products, it's like you can still have a good store and start making money. And then as Builderall starts adding these things, you now have this foundation of an awesome store with a lot of products. And then you can just go and tweak and add those cool things that we're going to be getting in the e-commerce. So if you're brand new, just starting a store, this is awesome.
Absolutely. Okay, so I am just going through the motions.
May I also say something about the store? When we did boot camp with Shelly last year, I think it was last year, she was showing for those that, I mean, like for me, this is new to me, but Shelly had did a boot camp to show us how we can go find products and create them and sell them. We can, she broke down, she went in the training, in the boot camp training, still on YouTube on the Builderall USA channel. She broke down, I mean, she went and she showed us how to find products, how to break the products down to sell them, and then make them available. And this was before we had the Builderall store. So for people like me that don't have a product to sell, and I don't know much about going to get anything from Shopify or Magento or anything like that, but seeing how you're getting products, and I think you did one last week where you showed how to go find products. But even so, Shelly did how we can actually go find products, and now you're showing us how we can take that and add that to a store, like having our own products. Because I know how to create products, but everybody doesn't know how to do that. But what you're showing us is actually terrific, and we can still leverage some of the training we did in boot camp.
Yes.
I really appreciate this.
Absolutely. Brenda, you ask a question. It says, when I create a product, there is a product info, and also in the product options, there's product info space. Which one is the one that's going to appear? You're going to see that now when we go through the process, where what is going to be. The things that I'm going to show you right now. Let me just go back and share my screen, and then I'll explain to you. The information that you create here is going to be on the product page itself on the bottom. Well, let's go through the motions. I think that's the easiest to show you. Let's just remember what remember on the page when we created it. Let me go back to my products. The information here is the main product details. That's going to be next to the image. The ones that's in the e-commerce, it's going to sit next to it. So just remember this word, this is my product for now. I should actually have more detail in that, but let's just go through the motions. You're going to see what it looks like once I start adding it to the site. All right, so now we've done everything there, but there's one thing that I need to show you. If there's a product that you do not want to show on your website and you want to hide it, you can see these little eyes. You just click on the little eye and it's going to hide that product from your store, and it won't show up until you unhide it again. So this is really a cool feature that they've added recently for us. Because sometimes you might run out of stock, or you don't have this product for months and you don't want to put it on your site. You just go hide it until you get that product in store again or available again. Now the soil products, like I said, this is brand new to me. I have no idea what this is. I really don't know. Maybe you can just move it around. I don't know. It looks like you can. I think, you know what, this is basically like we have on Cheetah to make it more in order. So I would say, like, I've got my preschool for preschool kids, and I've got my stuff for teenagers. So which ones belong to which? So those two is in the right order. They together, and that's together. I don't know. Maybe that is why it's there. But anyway, I'm going to show you what really works. So we've got our shopping URL and we've got the sales page. We're going to grab the shopping URL right here. And this is now where the important part comes. And this is our main shop. I just want to, this little image is always in the way. Now I'm going to go and grab the iframe. I'm going to add the iframe. Right click, general settings, and embed it. And apply. Why did I always put it in the wrong box? All right. And then we need to go play around with it. And this is now the fun part of it, because sometimes if you stretch it too far, you're going to see the categories on the side. So you can choose, do you want the categories to show up or not? Now, guys, it depends on the type of product that you have. If you are selling products that doesn't have a category, there's ways around this. And the only way to do that is to use your iframe and move it until the category page disappears on the side. So you don't have to have that as part of your store. So in this case, I'm just going to pull it down. See how far you can pull it. Then it's all in there. And I like it more in that way. I'm going to pull it to the side, maybe up to there. And then I'm going to scroll down because I don't want that. So I'm going to make it taller. Let me just make the length of the size a bit higher. There we go. So I'm not going to play around with it. I just want you to see the whole idea of the store. And obviously you're going to have more now your header and your footer and your colors of your site and whatever. So this is going to be the main store page. Okay. So on this page, you can add additional things and items if you like on the side of it. Depends on how many products you have. Now, I think you can have, I think it's 2 or 3 next to each other. It's another thing that we've asked the developers is if we can have more than just 2 columns. We want to have at least 3, 4 columns in a row, which is going to make this a little bit smaller for us. Because sometimes it tends to be a little bit big. At the moment, you cannot change this button color, unfortunately. This cannot be changed, and that is something that we've also requested that we would be able to brand our shop with. All right, so this is just how to add the main shop where the person would be able to buy any product. All your products will be listed on this page. You can see we've got the Uno board, we've got headbands, Cluedo, and Life Skills. They are all together on one page. Then we're going to click Save. And you just need to beautify this page, because please don't add this to a page and think you're going to get sales looking like that. We're going to say fine. All right, so now we've got our main store. Now I'm going to go out of that one and I'm going to go back here. And this is now where the fun part comes. I'm going to go back to my home page. And I am going to add the specific. I want when they click this button, just open up. When they click this button, they must go to the page where this product is being sold. So that is what I want to do. But to do that, I need to add this to the category page. Remember, we've created that category pages right here. Now this Uno Frozen is going to be the preschool board game. So we are going to create a page just for that now. And the way we add the code is going to be like this. I'm going to add a panel. You're going to make sure that you make this page pretty, because you don't want it to look like this. So this is your category page. Well, where did I go? What did I do? Sorry. I just press delete there. All right, so this is category page, teen preschool. Okay. Category page. There we go. So now we're going to add some code here. Going to go back, grab the iframe. And I'm going to open up a new page because remember we copied that code from Super Checkout. We're basically taking, just going to go back. We're taking the shopping URL right here. Are you guys with me? Okay. And I'm paste it and go. It's going to take me to my main shop. The one that we just added under our main shop. That's basically that's the code that you're seeing right here. So now we know that product was sitting here. We're going to click on it. And now you can see there's a URL coming here at the top for the specific product. We're going to copy that URL. All right, you guys with me? We're going to go to Cheetah. We're going to open the iframe, general settings, embed the document, and apply. All right, so now we've got our board game here. I'm going to scroll and make the size bigger here. Now guys, this looks huge. I know it looks huge. It's because my image was not perfect. I don't like it like that. Just play around with it a bit. That's one thing I also need to tell you. Let me just open it up. You know, I'm just playing around now here and forget that you guys are here because you're so quiet. You're so quiet. It looks like I'm just sitting at home doing my own thing. Nobody's watching me, creating a site. All right, so there is that specific one.
I'm just enjoying the whole lesson, Jackie. Forgive me for being at awe, but I'm just enjoying the whole lesson. I mean, as I said earlier, I've wanted to know how to do this, and because when these opportunities first came out, it was like not what I wanted to pay because I didn't know where it was going at that time.
Yes.
So now I see what you're doing, and then the fact that we have access to Builderall, to do this through Builderall, and not be held hostage through other opportunities or other companies. So I'm at this to me, Jackie, I get quiet when I'm being blessed.
Oh, awesome. That's fabulous. Now, guys, remember we've got more than one product, more than one category, and you need to add that to your specific category pages. But I'm not going to go in detail with every single one of them, as long as you can see how it is added. And I want to answer the question, what do you add where? You can see this is an awesome board game. And I'm going to go back to Cheetah, and we're going to go look at the products. And it was the Uno board game. This is a store, so let's go back again to Cheetah. This is an awesome board game. This is a store. Now you can see exactly where it goes where. So the information on Super Checkout, when you create your products, this product here, this information is going to sit at the bottom of the description of the product. The information in the e-com store area for that specific product that you have is going to sit there. And then your additional information, if you click on that site when we're live, let me just go save and go live. Your additional information is going to say videos and more information. So I hope that answered that other question that you had earlier. And as you can see between these different things when you click on it now, the different variations of the products. Here you're going to choose select Frozen, Minecraft, Avengers, sold out. Remember when we created it, I showed you that we are not going to give an amount there, and that's why they won't be able to click it. It's been disabled. You can't buy that product. And that's why I showed you right there why you have to do that. Let's go back to editor. We're going to go through the process just now. So now you
Jackie,
yes, Stacy.
hey, I have a question. I'm watching you. Now, I set up an entire store yesterday, and I'm watching you, and I'm feeling a little confused because you called this a category page, but unless I'm mistaken, there's only one item on this page. You keep going back and forth, but as I'm looking at it, it's still just the one item, the Uno cards, correct?
Yes, I still need to add the other one. I've only added the one so far.
Okay, so on the bottom, so I see an image. That's one image with 6 different variations at the top.
Yes.
What are those little pictures at the bottom?
These are the variations. Let's go
Oh, those were
preview.
the variations that
Yes, what
were,
they can
okay.
choose. So if we go to the live, let me just show you. Here at the one you can choose which one, Frozen, Minecraft, Mario Bros or Avengers. And if you click on it there, it shows you that's what Mario Bros look, that's what Mario Kart looks like, that's what Avengers look like.
So in my case, if it was the orange t-shirt or the red t-shirt or the white t-shirt,
yes,
that's what would be down there.
Exactly. You're going to have your t-shirt details right here, the different variations of it. Yes. White, yellow.
Okay. But here's the point I'm making. You're calling this a category page, but it's just one item. So the way I set it up, I did it different, and I didn't do iframes at all yet. What I did was I actually started with a page, which I'm calling it the merch homepage. And even on all of the pages, what I actually did was I put a gallery like on the merch page so
Yes.
that you could have things scrolling. And then underneath, since I only have 2 things right now, t-shirts and masks. So you could say cards and board games, same as what
Yes.
you're doing.
Yes.
So I put a gallery, and then underneath is just a button that says t-shirts and then one that says mask. And when you click on t-shirts, it goes to the category page for t-shirts. You
Yes, you
click
can
on
do it that
mask.
way.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that I'm thinking this through the right way as well. And then I
Yes.
did do what you did, was that I went and copied the URL for each item and created a link for each item as I laid them out. I actually did images since we one on the category page, so on the t-shirt page, again, in this case, because I don't have a lot of items, there's only 4 t-shirts in 4 sizes. So
Yes.
I basically did images underneath the gallery for each individual, the white
Yeah,
shirt, the
that's
red shirt,
100%
the
right.
green, and the blue.
Stacey,
Okay,
that's
good.
100%. There's no right and no wrong in how you create your store. That's what I'm saying to you. It's very difficult to determine exactly. The only reason why I am showing this is how to hide the categories. Because if you link directly to the category page, it shows you the categories on the site. Now, doing this, I am avoiding the categories on the side of a page. That's the only reason why I'm doing this. And you are right, this should not be saying category page. This should be saying the specific card. I actually added it to the wrong section. But here you need to add all your different categories. So if I have got 3 different categories in preschool, I'm going to have to add them right here. But like I said to you, there's no right and there's no wrong. It is about making sure that you know how to add the links to the different kinds of things. So if you want to link to this specific product, you just go copy the link and you put it in an iframe. It depends on what is happening on your main Cheetah site. For an example, let me just go back.
And that was also, and that's the one thing. So as I'm looking at mine, as you're talking, I'm looking at mine. So as I just went to my category page and clicked on mask, and
Yes.
then I saw one of the masks, mask 1, white mask, let's just say, and I clicked on it, it went to the actual item, but there, because I didn't do it as an iframe, there's no header or footer there.
Footer.
On my category page, it was there. But so
Yes.
so in order to put this on a in order to get this so that my header and footer are there, because of the current limitation, I would need
Exactly.
to. That's why I would use the iframe for that page.
Yes, that's why I showed you now how you copy that link and put it in an iframe to avoid the problem that it's going to link to a page that doesn't have the header and footer. It's the only reason why I'm doing it that way.
Got it.
But this specific
And
product, I mean, like I said
mhm.
when we started, here at the top, I could have saying that this is categories. That's actually what I wanted to do, is write a heading categories, and my categories would be preschool and teenagers. So when they click on this product, it would have gone to the one that I've just created now, preschool, not just to the physical product. I actually made a mistake there. This should be preschool, for an example. And then it would go to that specific page. That's basically what it is.
Got it. Can I ask you, is that that money back 100% guarantee, is that just an image that you just put there at the top of that panel?
Yes, and you are going to get it. Design resource.
Got it.
All of
Thank
it is
you.
sitting right there for you to use.
Awesome. Thank you, Jackie.
And it's just an image that can move around. Look there.
Got it. It
Right.
fits so nicely. I like it.
Yeah, it does. It does. And that's what I say. Every site is so different. And I know that you guys might be thinking, but oh, the thing is so huge. And if you go look at, I mean, this last one that I've created, I'm just going to go through it again quickly to just to show you. You need to play around and move the iframe around. So basically, if we look at this site, we've got new arrivals. We've got personalized names, kid room plug details, 3D decals, snowflakes. So then you're going to click on it. I want to buy this room plug details or whatever. This page is called plugs, and this is all the different kinds of plugs that is available. And then you can choose this option and say, okay, I want this specific one. And now when you click, this is just an image that I've added with a plain button. And now this will link to that page that I showed you, where you copy that link at the top, and it's going to come right to this page directly. And it's going to be able to look at it, and you can see there's your information, your additional information with a video. So you just need to be able, the whole idea is, that's what I'm saying, it's important to make sure that you design your site way ahead of time to know exactly what you're going to put on your front page. Because this page will lead to the next page, and that one would lead to that page. So it's does it
So
make
Jackie,
sense?
when you were just looking at the item just now, the item you were looking at by itself, that's
Yes.
what I see when I don't put it in an iframe, because it doesn't have the header or the
Header and a
footer.
footer. Yes,
Right.
unfortunately.
So I want to make sure I understand this then, because now I just realized something. So that means that if I'm going to do it in a way that I want the iframe in there, I want the header and footer so that it has the navigation,
Yes.
then what I have to do is create a page per item.
Yes. You're going to have to. That's the only other way then.
Right. And
At this
that's going to
stage.
work when you only have a few items, which in my case I do.
Yes, if
But
you've got a few.
obviously, when we have
Hundreds.
quantities, then this is not going to work. It's then at that point we'll need to use the updated system that they're working on, that header footer issue, correct?
That's right, yes. We've requested that so that it would be global on all pages that comes up. Because even in this section here, if I go to shop all, you can see now the header and footer is there all the time. Okay, there's the header, there's the footer. Let me just go back to the first one. So my
Well,
home
that's
page,
because you made a shop all page, which I already made the page, but I didn't put anything on it yet. I was
yes,
going to actually put all of the items on the shop all page myself, images that represent the items
yes. But that's basically
and
what,
links to their
and the
pages.
links to the pages. So this specific
Exactly.
page, you can see the home page is just images linking to these different products. Okay, it's got the header and the footer. So when you click on the product, it's going to take you header and footer, which means I've created another page called plugs, which was that category, animal plug
A category
details.
page.
Yeah, this is a category page. And then I've added the images again, because in this category, you can buy that, you can buy that, and you can buy that. And now the person choose they want to buy this option, and they're going to click choose. And now it's going to go to the shop
Individual page.
individual page. And this is where the problem is, because at the top there is no header and footer unless you put it in an iframe, like I just did now
Right.
on our page, this one here. Let me just go out of that one, like this one. This one is now on a let me just go out, because it's now, I've got so many things open right now. Let me just
So
go.
before you do finish up tonight, can you show us even briefly, even if you don't go all the way through because you don't get there, just so we have an overview, can you just show us what I think is the answer, which is you just copy the checkout page, but I want to understand how, if that checkout page also is per item, or how that's going to work, or is it is grouping items into the shopping cart. You can put items in your shopping cart, and that checkout page is then going to take you to where you check out with whatever's in your
Yes,
shopping cart. Is that
yes,
correct?
we are going to go through that, definitely.
Okay.
We just
Thank
need
you.
to add some products so that we can actually work with it. All right. All right. So let me
Jackie,
just, yo,
hi, I'm sorry. There's an offer page. Would that work with the header and footer? Or does that like work for, like, I know it has multiple offers on there, but like if you had a bigger store, like could you chain those pages together? Or how does that offer page fit into what you're doing here?
what do
Because
you,
that's what
what,
I was thinking of using.
an offer page? What do you mean an offer page? Your main page where all the
Yeah,
different products are sitting.
yeah. There's an offer page that is in the is it the
Oh,
elements or the
that's a bump
banners?
sell. Yeah, that's for bump sells. If
Oh, that's
you,
a bump sell.
that's
Okay.
a bump sell. That's what it is. It is not for e-commerce shop. It is if you've got a, let's say you've got a product and you want to upsell to maybe 2 of that specific product. That's why how you're going to use the bump sell. I've got training in my group with regards to bump sells and how to do that in the super checkout. But it's not e-commerce.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, you don't do bump
Okay.
sells in a store.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
There's no bundles, Jackie, in the store. You can't say like to give someone a discount. So the shirt costs $15 and the mask costs $5. But if you buy both, or 15 and 10, so that would be 25. But if you bought both, I'm going to let you buy it for 20. So I make that a bundled offer. No?
No. Maybe, you know what, Stacy, now that you're talking about it, and I'm actually thinking about it now, I haven't actually gone so far to go and create offers like G, what is it now, Genie? I can't remember your name now. Just mentioned about the bump cell kind of thing. I've actually haven't tested that theory, to be quite
I
honest.
think it is there. I'm going in now too at the same time on mine, and I'm looking because somehow I believe I did see that in the e-commerce, but I could have been
No,
confusing it with.
you can do that. It's under the product thing, under the
It's under super checkout.
yeah, it is there, but I don't know if you activate and create something there, if it's going to show up in the
It should.
e-commerce.
It should, because all of the products that you create showed up, because I created those products even before e-commerce, and then they showed up. So an offer is still a product. It's just a product that is composed of 2 different products, or 3 or 4, whatever your bundle is. So it
Yeah,
technically should work.
I don't know. We need to test that out. I'm actually going to
Okay.
test that out tomorrow because I'm quite interested now myself. I've never thought about that, to be quite honest, because what I'm trying to say to you is I don't know if once you've activated that offers, if it's going to give you additional code in the e-commerce to add it to your site. If you understand what I'm saying, you cannot add anything that you create in the super checkout if it cannot create a link inside the e-commerce. If you understand what I'm saying, because when you do my office and you add a bump cell, there's extra links that they add. So it's about that link. We need to see if that link is going to to be there. But it should, like you said, but I can't give you an answer on that because I honestly don't know. I'm gonna have to go play around with that.
You can
Okay,
provide
I'm
like a
playing with it
discount
too.
code. That one might be a workaround, providing a discount code for that person or buyer that buys more than one product.
Yeah, the discount code you can do, just like you do the coupon code for each and every single product when you create it initially. But then you're going to have to be able to get that discount code, the coupon code to them in some way, because they're not going to know what that code is unless you send it to them via email or something. Or you create a set discount for that specific product. Let me just stop sharing here so we can speak. What questions do you have still?
Jackie?
Yes, Brenda.
Let me see if I can explain myself. I have two products, same product, but different size.
Yes.
So can I put in the same product two different prices, one for each size?
Yes,
Or
but
I have to put them separately?
No, you're going to have to create, if the product has got different prices, you're going to have to create that product more than once.
Okay. Thank you.
Otherwise you won't be able, because when you create the product and you create the variations, you can't create different prices for that variation. It's what you see there. The variations is about, you've got a t-shirt and the color is red and you want a large, and it doesn't matter what the size is, the price remains the same. Only thing that changes is the size and the color of it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, cool. Screen share. All right, so now we've got this card linked. All right, we need to link the shop here. So again, we're going to go to Super Checkout and we're going to grab our codes, because I don't know what I've added as well. Let me just go there and go add, and it is shop link. I'm going to add the link there and I'm going to save. And we're going to talk about this My Account just now. So I am going to just save this quickly. I should actually add another product here, but let's just stick with that. And then obviously you need to go add some more products in the other pages as well, but we're not going to go each and every single page because it's going to make it so difficult for us and we're never going to get through the training. So we've linked this product. Just want to make sure that I've got it linked to that page. We've linked it to, is it preschool? I think it's the preschool page that we created. We'll see now if we go through the process, if it was the preschool. Just save. That's fine. All right, so I'm just going to go out of this because I can see I've got so many tabs open here. And let's go to the website. All right, so here is our product. You know, you can obviously, I've got this additional thing that I had here that can also link to wherever you want to link it to. And if you click buy now, it's going to send you to your page, your category page, or wherever the product page is that you created. And you're going to have all your categories sitting right here. And you're going to choose your variation, how many you want of that specific product. And we're going to say we want Minecraft. We can see that that one is sold out. And we're going to add to cart. And now you see it's got all the details sitting right here. It tells you this is the product you want to buy. You can now even increase your amount here if you want to, but we leave it at 1. You can apply your coupon code. Remember, we've got a coupon code that says board games. Coupon has been applied. You can see there is your discount amount, your shipping, and you're going to add your code and you're going to calculate your shipping. You don't have to do it on this page. You can do it on the next page. And that's why I'm saying it's so important to make sure that you add the right details. Otherwise, you're going to have a problem right here. And then you're going to click finish and pay. And then you're going to have to. Now, this is now the thing. You're going to see we've got to sign up, sign in, and you've got to sign up. Now, I'm going to read this to you. It says, sign up to Super Checkout. You will be able to buy products from 40,000 websites around the world. Your data will be only used for invoices, and we will never use your email for advertising. Now, what this is basically is, at the moment, it doesn't really mean much, but in future it's going to. Let me explain to you why. Every e-commerce store, when you buy a product, whether you sign in as a guest or whether you create an account, at the back of it, even if you're a guest, it's going to store the information because they need to know where to ship the stuff to. The client doesn't know that, but it actually creates in anyways the account. And you cannot buy if you don't do that because there needs to be some place where the records can be kept. Now, what happens right here is, at the moment, when you create an account, there's not really 45,000 websites that is selling the process. But let's say I have a store and I'm selling pet products. Bridget is selling a store and she's selling templates. And Brenda has got a store and she's selling t-shirts. And we are all in Builderall. Now somebody from outside is going to come in and they're going to go buy a board game from me. And they create an account. When they land up on your site, on maybe Brenda's site that's got a t-shirt shop, they don't need to recreate that account. They already have an account. They can just sign in and buy. So at the moment, this is not going to be as worth for the client, but in later future it will be. I honestly don't know if it is a good idea to add it here. We have actually asked the developers about this, but I mean, we don't know the real reason behind it, but that is actually what that is. And I know I think it's confusing people a bit at this stage, but you need to sign up to be able to purchase a product. So let's go through the motions, and we are signing up. And I'm just going to give my address. Oh, come on.
Question, Jackie.
Yes.
When I try to calculate the shipping, it gives me this error message on yellow. It says something went wrong. Check if your zip code is valid, which it is valid.
Okay,
Meanwhile,
I can tell you, I think I know what's wrong, Roberto. Have you chosen your category page as other?
let's see.
So if I go to my super checkout here and I go to my products, not products, where is it? Yeah, my products, and edit. Here at the bottom, and you say other. Do not choose other.
Yes.
Don't choose other.
If it is not a category that the product fixing, what should I choose? Anyone, anyway?
Is it a service, maybe? You see, that is the problem. That is one of the hiccups we have at the moment, and that is the same issue I had previously. Is if you use other, the system doesn't pick it up, the category. It needs to have, there needs to be a category applied to it. So at this stage, you have to choose a category, otherwise it's going to give you an error.
All right.
Because I think EasyShip, works with categories, and they don't see other as a product or as something, so they can't calculate the shipping fees. So that is probably the reason why yours are doing that, because that's what happened on mine too.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So we've got admin 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to do that. And now you can see it's calculating all the information. I'm just going to scroll up. Everything is there. I've got that. Phone number. I haven't put in a number. I'm just going to say plus one. I don't even know. What is the country code in America? Any zip plus what?
It's +1. You want the area code? Try 317.
+1 317.
Yeah, that's the area. Yeah.
Something like that. I just
One
hope
more
it's
number.
one more
Might
number.
give you, yeah, it might give you an error. There you go.
Okay. You guys have got so many states and things. It makes me so confused. Board games, calculate. Okay, so it's all there. I'm choosing that and I'm going to pay with Stripe. Now guys, if you are doing this, obviously you have moved this box around and get it in the right place, not like this. And Jackie, we're gonna have their name on hold the phone. Let me just grab that phone number. Where am I? There we go. And card number 424242. And we're gonna pay. Purchase is complete. And now this is now the special page. As you guys can see, you've created an account and this is the page that's going to show up with all your information on it. Shows you that your order has been complete. If you're going to click on it, it's going to show you what you bought and your delivery address that it needs to be shipped to, shipping info, you paid with Stripe. It gives you your order code number there at the top. And I'm just going to click OK. So now for what you need to do right now is you're going to log out of this account. And you're going to get to this page. Then you're going to grab the code at the top. You're going to copy that code. You're going to go back to your Cheetah website. You're going to go to your menu bar or your menu. Not shop. I'm now in live here. Sorry. Going to click, open up the menu. Not that. Oh my goodness, Jackie. And there's the account. And we're going to link that in there. Add the URL. And save so that the people will be able to log into that account. All right, so I'm just going to click save.
So Jackie, your menu bar is not part of a, it's not a header. It's on the actual page in that case.
Yes, but you know what? That's what I'm saying to you when I started. You have to choose how you're going to do it. Are you going to create a global header? And I normally do that. But for this exercise, I didn't. But I would create a global header. So this whole section, this one at the top, this panel and this panel, all of this form part of my global header. And that would, I would apply that to each and every single page. So I would go and create my global header and my global footer before I start creating my website. And then once I've completed all my pages, I will just activate them on each and every single page. Do you guys know how to do that? You know how to do, you just click on those three little buttons. You go to settings. And you're going to scroll down and you're going to see you have header and footer settings. And choose the header and you're going to choose. It will show you there once you've created it. And you can just activate it. That is how I would do it. But this specific one, I haven't done that yet because it's just now for training purposes. Otherwise, we will sit here forever. All right.
So Jackie.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to ask you a question. While we were sitting here, I went and made a page for the individual item, for one of the items to test it. And actually, with the header and the footer, you know, in the iframe, looks good.
Yes.
The question I have is, I just pulled it up on my phone because it's published. So when I go to my phone, and even when I test it in the mobile on the preview, I noticed that on the mobile, it's within that iframe and you have to scroll to see it, which
No, you can
means
fix that. You can fix that. I've
that's
done,
what I want to know. How do you fix it?
yes, I've done training in my group on how to how to do your mobile for e-commerce. I've done it in this week. It's in one of the
You
unit
did.
sections because that is
Well, everything is in Unit 8, and I thought I watched all of it, but I'm going to go back and see if I missed one of the e-commerce things in Unit 8 where you show that,
I
because
think
I may have missed it
I
then.
did that yesterday.
Okay, then maybe I didn't see yesterday's.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. The mobile view is totally on its own. So I urge you guys to go to that group if you are interested in physical products and creating a store, to go look at how to do the mobile view, because that also takes some time. And I can't do it on this specific one because we don't have enough information to actually go and do something with the mobile section. But I've gone through the whole thing utilizing this specific page. I've actually used this specific page and put all of this in mobile view. So so you can go, if you want to stage, you can go to ecom.marketidesign.com, and you will see that that page is, I think I did, not all of the
I tried to go to that page and I didn't see the I in there, and it didn't work. Now that you say I design, I couldn't see the I.
Yeah, I've changed so many things on it, but and I don't know if I've saved it, but you will see in the training that all of this fits perfectly inside of the SuperCheck, inside of the mobile view. So yeah, that is separate training on its own.
Jackie,
Got it.
Yes.
question. Would you mind going back to get the link that you placed in the My Account link?
Yes, I will do that for you. And
Thank
I'll
you.
do it on that other side because it's easier, because we don't have a lot of information yet to play with. So let's just go through the ecom one there. Let me just close that quickly there and close that one. And we'll go back to this one. So let me just, this is so difficult because this other thing, the screen share thing, is in the way. Just a second. Ecom. All right, so basically you're going to go and shop. Let's go shop. We're going to choose that one. And we're going to go that one. And we're going to say we want that one. We're going to add it to cart. And you can see I've been playing a lot with this site, eh? Look at all the things that I've been adding here. Just going to do that. And then you're going to add your zip code. If you want to, you can calculate. I don't need to do that, but okay, let's just go on. And you're going to sign up. I need to sign up with something fake now. Let's say ben@gmail.com. Oh, no, not there. Ben@gmail.com. And we're going to say admin123. Oops. All right. We're going to choose our country. States. Ben +1. The code again, Bridget.
317.
Is that enough?
One more.
Oh my word, Jackie. Okay, we got that. We've got that. We calculated. Priority mail, credit cards, phone number, phone number, phone number. Copy. Paste. 40, 40, 40, 40. 11. And pay. What did I do wrong? Mr. Ben. Whatever. I come up with the strangest names for these cards. Okay. Purchase complete. And it takes you to this page, Roberto. You're going to log out because you are not this person. Look there. This thing is so messed up with all my information at this stage. And then at the top, once you've logged out, it's going to give you the information at the top. And you're going to copy that. And you're going to take that link and put it into your My Account on your page. So so let's say now I'm a client and now I'm going out of this site. And I'm now coming back because I love the store and I want to buy more. I'm going to go to My Account. It's going to open up this page. I'm going to add in my details. Ben at Gmail. I think that's the account that we created just now. And you can sign into your account. And you can see what orders you've had. And let's say now you are going to buy more products on the store, for an example. You're going to buy. So we're going to choose this product. You're going to add it to your cart. Oh, there, I wanted to show you guys. It shows sold out because this product now is sold out almost. Then when you're going to finish and pay, you don't have to sign up. You just sign in because you already have an account. And that's what makes this so awesome. And I just want to show you that now that we are here. Which product did we add? This one. No, what's the other one? One of these products showed sold out because I've actually played so many. Look, they're sold out. So now you can't buy this product. There's no button to buy it. So it's good to always make sure that you add your details to the site. All right, but that's not all of it, guys. If we go back to our site again. So basically, the point what I'm trying to get is here. Every single thing that you do on your site, every single link that you want to create is going to come out of your shopping URL right here. Whether you want to create a category page or whether you want to link directly to a specific product, you're going to use this shopping URL to do that. So on our site, basically, I'm going to try and summarize it because I know I've spoken and I was all over the place today. You're basically going to use that now, and if it opens up, you're going to have one link. You can link the main one to this page that we've gone there already. So we grab the link, and if people click there, they're going to go to our complete shop. They're going to see all the products there that's available. All right. So that's what's happening right there. So if you want a person to go to a specific item, you're going to have to click, drop that URL in the top, and we're going to go look at the main shop, and you're going to go find the product that you want to link to directly. So if you want to link directly to Life Skills, you're going to click on that product. You're going to go grab the link at the top, and you're going to go add it to wherever it is. So let's say you wanted to add it to this image, you're going to add it right there. If you don't want to do it that way and you've got a category page, you can have a link right here, and this link will go to your category page, wherever you've created right here, and then you have your different categories sitting on that page, and when they click it, they will go to that specific product that you've created. That is basically how this whole store works. Now, the next step that you need to do is to add some reviews. There's two different kinds of reviews you can use. We've got Builderall is one of them on elfsite.com, and the other one is Embed Social. Now, I've showed you before what they look like, Ecom, and I'll show you quickly. Choose that product. Well, that's category, personalized. And see, here's all the personalized items, and that's what I just said and explained to you now. Here is this elf site. And that is drawn from Google reviews or Facebook reviews or whatever. So if you add your code in here, that's what's going to happen. And guys, please remember, when you do add things in iframes, you have to remove this block around it. And I'll show you how to remove that just now. So that is that one section. The other one is the wall embed social, and it will look like this, where the people actually make comments on your site. So those are the two different things. You grab the code and you add them. So let me go show you how we do that. I'm just going to close those two. And I'm going to go to our super checkout site. And I'm just going to add another panel right here quickly. I don't want that. Let me just add an iframe.
What was the first one again, Jackie?
ELF site, ELF. There it is, ELFSIGHT.com, elfsite.com. That is the one that draws in the Google and Facebook code. So I'm just going to open the pressure. Right click. So I've got my codes already right here. So I'm just going to grab that one there. Oh, goodness, wrong. Me and these codes. Okay, so there is the code sitting right there. How do you get rid of this box? You right click and you go to border and you go to 0 because you don't want anything there. Then you get rid of it. And then obviously you can see this thing here. So to get rid of that, just want to increase the size here of the height of the page. You can just pull it until that whole section is missing. And that's how you would add your review sections to each of your pages, just like that. So you can choose that one, or you can choose the other code, which would look like this one. Copy. And that is the other one. And that is how you add your reviews to the site as well. All right. Where is faces? Questions? Speak to me now.
Hey, Jackie, I didn't have a question, but you know how you were in the e-commerce store and you saw the sort products that we had never seen before?
Yes.
That you can actually, it shows all of the products in your e-commerce store, and you can actually sort them so that you can lump all of the different things together. So you're basically putting them all in the order that you want them to appear in the store.
Oh, okay.
I know, it's so cool.
You see, every day they're adding extra things. You know, we are just like you guys. We learn every day. There's extra things coming on every single time. So it's going to evolve, and we probably have this training over and over again. You guys, I know this is confusing because there's so many things that you can do, but the main point is here. There's two things to take away. You use the main shopping URL and put it in the URL section at the top. And then if you want a specific product, you're going to grab click on that link in that shopping cart and going to go to that product, take that URL and go put it either on a button or go put it in the iframe on the page. The decision is yours. It's difficult for me to tell you how you need to do it exactly because it depends on your own strategy, whether you're going to have category pages, when you want to send people directly to the checkout. That is going to be your decision on how you want to do that. If you've got a question, you need to throw it at me now.
Jackie, I have a question. This is Stacy.
Yes.
So I had some issues with Super Checkout and with the forms, the checkout forms, you know, the alternate 3-step, the 2-step, the new one. So so I'm still a little confused. I haven't seen this all the way through from beginning to end. I made the store. Now, and I saw what you just, so when you take the checkout page, do you still have, does it still get affected by what you have in super checkout as your checkout form for that product? Is that still part of this?
I don't understand your question. Just try and.
Okay, so when I made each product, so I
Yes.
made products before e-commerce came. I made products. For
Yes.
each product, you have to select a checkout form.
Yes.
Okay, so whichever form I chose, when you go to check out on e-commerce, is it using that, or it's a different form because now it's compiling them all into a shopping cart, so it's no longer using those forms?
No, it's
Is that
using the e-commerce shopping cart form. It's not going to use
okay?
individual products. The only time it's going to use that is, let's say you are selling that one product somewhere else and it's not e-commerce, direct link
Okay.
to that specific product, then it's not part of the e-commerce. It's totally separated.
Okay. You know what I want to suggest also as a training, and this may be too minor, but for me it seems once you've done all the things you're teaching us now and you're just at the end and you want to test the way you just did, but somehow, you know, it's very nerve-wracking to make it go live on the PayPal or the Stripe. So the shipping and the PayPal Stripe, like that alone could be a lesson you could do in the group where how you only focus on testing and then going live, making sure that everything's in place before you pull the trigger. I would
Yes,
love to have that
absolutely.
just as a training.
Absolutely, we can do that.
Awesome.
Because
Thank
remember
you.
that's why I prefer to use Stripe. Because with PayPal you can do sandbox, but I don't trust it so much. With Stripe you get that fake account and you can go through it a billion times, and it's
But
not
some of
gonna.
us do prefer PayPal
Yeah, you can. You can still
for
do
other
the. Oh no, of
reasons.
course, of course.
So I just want to make
Yeah.
that point. Here in the US, we use, so that would be helpful.
Okay, no, we can do that. We can do the PayPal thing as well. I'll do that in my training on my group because I mean, obviously, we use use that a lot. The sandbox idea.
Thank you.
Is there other questions, you guys? Is there anything that you don't understand? Because I know for myself, if I had to listen to myself, it sounds extremely confusing. And I don't want you guys to go out here and you don't understand. I rather create a page again and we go through that motion of how to create a category page and the thing is, I think I'm making you confused maybe when it comes to the categories. You don't have to have it, but every e-commerce store has got categories and new sellers and best sellers and all those kind of things. As long as you remember, and I'm going to share my screen just quickly for the last time here again, if I can find it now. Where did it go to? Oh, there. And I'm not going to go into the site that I've created right here because it's so much easier to show you the ecom one. And just to get back to the point of what you decide on the structure of your site. If you've got new arrivals or whatever here at the top, the new arrivals tells you that this is individual products. And if these are individual products, you can't send them to a category page. You have to send them directly to this product, specific product. And to do that, you're going to have to go grab this code right here. The code here at the top that you can see is going to open up all the products that's available now here. So we want this specific product, okay? And then you need to look for it. So I just want to go through the store here. So this specific one, this URL for this product that you're going to grab is going to go on this product here, on this button. You don't want to send them to the complete shop. You want to send them directly to this product. But if this was categories, If you choose that this page is going to be categories, and you say this one would be your stickers for kids, this would be the stickers for adults, then you're going to create category pages specifically for that, which would be these terms: animal decals, plug decals. So if I click on that, that is a category page, and it's got all the different categories available: plug huggers, 3D decals, whatever the case might be. And these are the ones that when you click, it's going directly to that product, directly to that product, directly to that product. So categories goes to category pages, and individual products go to the individual product, but you have to use the main URL that you grab in Super Checkout. So I hope I try to summarize it as best to my ability. And if you've got questions, I want you to please throw it at me, because I would not know if you understand anything. Guys, everybody is dead quiet.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi,
It's
Judy.
Judy here. What can I say? I'm a new person. Well, I've been in Builderall for about 3 years, but I still class myself as a new person. But what I can say is, to ask me, did I understand all that? No. But if I want to build a checkout, I know where to go to get that video and turn it on, make it go slower, and stop it and start it at each little bit that you did. So
Yes.
then I can understand it better. So that once I've done that and I get all the way through, then if there's anything missing, I can write it down and I can put it in the group. So it's amazing teaching you did. And at some stages I just went, oh, because I went, I've never created a Stripe account. I haven't done anything like that, which doesn't mean I can't do it. But there was a whole lot of information that you gave us, and it's amazing. Thank you very much. But to ask, I think to ask someone, did you understand all that? No.
No.
You know, we have to go back and sort of stop and start the video and go, oh, no, that's what she meant. Oh, that's what she meant.
Judy,
So
to be honest with you, I have made training on this very slowly, step by step. There is training that's going up in knowledge base, showing you exactly how to add these things in slow motion. So
fantastic, yeah.
it's not as fast as we are going through it right here. So we did do a bit of a training on sessions, but like you said, you know where my group is. I am there to help you guys out. If you struggle with something and say, you know what, help me, I can't set up the Stripe account, or help me, I need to set up PayPal accounts, or whatever the case might be. I know e-commerce is not an easy thing to do, because there's so much that you can add, and there's so many different ways of adding it. I think at this stage, the most easiest way is to create a page, one page, home page, and add the shop to the front page. But then it doesn't look like an e-commerce store. And you want the clients to think that you've got, at least know what you're doing, and it's a respectable store, because it's got a logo and it's got shipping things and it's got all these beautiful things. It's just going to give you more security to buy from that person. But there's easy ways to add the e-commerce by just adding the whole thing, and there you go. But you need to add some categories and all that different kinds of information. So join my group. If you guys are into physical products, join my group and ask the questions. I am there for you.
You are, and you're amazing.
Thank you.
I was just going to say also why I love Builderall. I've joined up with a lot of things, and they say, oh, there's videos there, just, watch the video. And you go and watch the video and you go, what do they mean by that? Or what do they mean by this? And then you go to ask somebody and there's no one, oh no, they're in the videos. So you don't get the help that Builderall provides with you amazing people. So grateful for that. Thank you very much. It was awesome.
It's a pleasure, Judy. I just wish I could have made it more clear, but it's very difficult to do this kind of thing. I actually think I should have showed you two different pages, creating a category page and creating not a category page. But then we would sit here for forever and ever.
Next time.
And ever.
Well, I can say this, Jack. I'm very thankful for the training. I know we're getting ready to go, but thank you for the sacrifice of being up late where you are. You're not in the USA. You're in another part of the world. Thank you for that. And the beautiful part about it is we have this training that we can look at, but as you stated, we can also go into your group. So we're covered overall and you're giving us options. That's what I love, the fact you're giving us options on, like you said, 1,000 different ways to do this. And thank you for input from others that have been on here. But Jack, I'm very appreciative of your knowledge of this. You can't even imagine how much easier you've made it for me and how much peace that I've gotten just for all this that you've shown. Because again, in the past, I saw these opportunities, but I didn't take part in them. And
Yes.
not only are you exposing how we can do these opportunities, but you're exposing the fact how we do them inside of Builderall. And that is a very strong fact. So thank you for the sacrifice. And also to Gene and Bridget, thank you all for being on supportive. I really appreciate it. This is just like phenomenal to me. I really thank you all.
Thank
I
you,
agree.
Kyrie.
Thank you. Thank you all, guys. I really appreciate it as well. I've been learning a lot, so I really appreciate you, Jackie and Bridget, G, and all of you guys. Thank you very much.
We love you guys so much. But I just want to say one last thing is I am going to create, I've said it to the people in my group, the ones that's there that heard it before. I am going to create and I think Gene has done the same thing. He actually said it about today in our meeting. And it's basically the same thing that I'm also planning to do. It's not really a case study, but I am going to go through the process of creating my own store for myself from scratch by doing the research and creating everything from scratch, like literally adding the abandoned cart, going and creating my avatar in the script writer, going through the motions of doing that whole thing, adding the abandoned cart emails, creating your email list, setting up your payment system. I can't use, Stacey, I cannot use Stripe in South Africa. I can only use PayPal. So I have to set up PayPal in the process. You guys will be able to see how I test it. It's going to be a live demo, a live training session, step by step, going through it and going live by advertising it on Facebook and seeing the results of sales coming in and all that kind of stuff. So that is in my planning. It's and literally using the tools in Builderall and also to scale it over time. And what I mean by scaling is to utilize the CRM that we have to see where the client has been in the sales funnel during this whole process, to know exactly what did this customer buy, what did he see, did he drop out on which page, why did he drop off. So we've got so many tools inside of Builderall and it can make things so complicated. But I think if there is a process that you guys can see us follow, and that is exactly what Jean also did, and Bridget did it in her sales training as well, is if you can follow it step by step to see what we have done, you can copy that. You can say, okay, day 1, this is what I need to do. Day 2, this is what I need to do. Day 3, this is what I need to do. Because to watch a training session like this, there's so much information and you do not know where to start applying this. I mean, now you've got this, okay, what now? What is the next step? And that is the key part of it. And that is what we want to show you, because sometimes we don't know. Oh, I specifically don't know. If I had to be in this training, I would think, oh my word, I'm going to run away because I have no idea what the hell is going on if I was a newbie. So I can hear Shelley telling me, Jackie, you were above the heads. Don't go do that. But I don't have answers for ecom. E-commerce is a difficult subject. It's a difficult thing to do. But Builderall doesn't make it that difficult. It's just that we have to manipulate things a little bit to make our e-commerce store look like an e-commerce store. That's basically what it is. And that is what I've tried to show you today. And that is basically all I have to say today. So join my group, as always, and thank you for being here and giving up your time to listen to me and listen to what I've got to say, and for your beautiful comments that helps us keep going. We are not perfect. You guys might think we're perfect and we know it all, but we don't. I literally don't know it all. But what I do know, I apply. And that is what I always say to my team as well. You know it, take action. Don't sit back and say, I can't do it, I don't understand it. We all have been there. We all have been there. I mean, guys, e-commerce is how old in Builderall? I had to learn it. Bridget had to learn it. Everybody needs to learn it. And if you don't apply it and actually go sit behind your computer and start playing with it and start, we always say, right, get click happy. You cannot break the system. Click it, copy the link, paste it into an iframe. See what happens if it's in the iframe if you go preview it. What does it look like? What happens if I make the iframe smaller or bigger? And what if I add the iframe or a video inside Super Checkout? How is it going to look? That's the only way, because if you play around with the system, you own it. That information is yours. You're never going to forget that. Instead of just watching videos constantly, you have to start playing around in the system and see what is going to work for you. And that's why I'm saying I might have a category page on my site. You might choose to say, I'm going to have one page that I'm going to make beautiful, and I'm going to add the whole shop on one page. And I think Bridget has done it. Bridget, don't you want to share your screen with what you've created with your templates? It's absolutely gorgeous. You guys must see this. She's created a store with templates that she's selling in Builderall, and it's very plain and simple. It's not selling different kinds of products and all those funky things. And this is going to give you a good idea of what I'm saying, that every person's thing is different.
See, I just have mine. It's just an iframe. So I just created my global header, so it's the same on every page. I have some Google AdSense, and then this is just the iframe. The whole store is just the iframe. So if you click and go to the next page, it's just that. So if I choose this item here, again, it's just the iframe. So see, I don't have to recreate all of this again because it never actually leaves this page. So you can actually, there's links here. So this opens up. And these are all just templates inside the Funnel Club. So I've just branded them to myself. And if you go back to home, so all of this whole store is just this iframe on this one page. That's it. Pretty simple. There's the categories. I just did the full length.
And you guys can see now how easy that is. And it's absolutely adorable. You don't have to have the categories and all that funky things if you are planning to sell a product. You can have a simple page by just adding that basic things. It actually really depends on what your store is about and who your audience is going to be. If your audience is going to be people that needs to have a e-com look and feel site like my ecom.market I design thing, then you have to go the route and adding categories and all that different kinds of things. So it really depends on yourself. You can grab that iframe and just add it. I mean, if we have to go look, I just want to see if I've got it open here. Let me share my screen quickly for the last time. And let's just go to the builder again. And we can make it really simple if we want to. So basically we can summarize. Oh, I opened a blog. Why did I open a blog? I opened the blog. You guys, do you want to do blog training?
I might need a glass of wine for that.
We're going to grab the shopping URL. And let me remove this product here. And this is how easy it could have been. And if in this training session today, we didn't have to go through all of this and make it less complicated. And we would have done exactly what City's got on her site. And you can do exactly the same thing. The whole idea is just to play around with it.
Yeah, I actually, if you go to edit element and then you just go to make it the full panel,
Yes, you
it
add it to the
just,
panel. That's
yeah,
better. So
yeah.
much better.
You don't have to worry about that gray scroll bar on the side. That's really annoying. And it also looks a lot better on mobile, like
Yes,
right
it
away.
does. It does. So basically, you can just add it right there, and then you've got your whole page there in your on your elements. You've got your whole page on your elements on your page, and then you got it less complicated. But like I said to you, it depends on what type of site you have. Because obviously, if you want to be an e-commerce site and you want to have variations, you're going to say best sellers here at the top. But for a simple store, actually, that is what Shelley asked me to show you. A simple store, it would have been something like this. And then you can still have your option of your My Account here at the top, which is very important. All right, guys. That's it. All right.
Hey, Jackie or Bridget, so what you just showed us, what you were saying, Bridget, was that when the iframe, you would go into settings and just hit select full width.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right in the same section where you paste the code.
Yep.
Right
Yep, I
above it.
found it.
Yeah. Yep, that's all you do is just click the full width and it goes all the way across.
So how come, I'm just curious, so I just did mine,
Like
this is
that,
on
full
one
width?
particular item. I don't see that whole shop category thing.
It's because you didn't draw it. Let me show you quickly. I've put it on full width here. Okay, so now it's in full width. But I'm just going to take it off now quickly just to show you what happens. The reason why you don't see it, the category page here, is because...
Even though I think it's because I only have one item. I'm on the item, not on the categories. That's why I think I don't see it.
No, you will still see it. If you've got your main shopping URL that you grabbed out of Super Checkout, this one here, you would
No,
see
I
it.
grabbed the URL for the one item.
Oh yeah, then you won't. You won't see the categories then.
Okay, so you'd only do that where you put them all there if you want to show all, which is going to be your all page.
Yes, if it's all pages. That's right.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, so if we click save here, we just save it and preview. Then you'll have your site right there.
Got it.
So that is now a simple site, but I honestly have to say it depends. It depends on what you're selling. Because obviously...
Hey, Bridget.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Jackie.
No, it's fine.
No, I wanted to ask, as I'm looking at this, so Bridget, are you saying that if you do full width, then you don't have to do the mobile header the way Jackie did? Because I'm watching your video at the same time, Jackie, the one you did yesterday. I just started looking at it and I see what you did. You copied and you hid the menu. So if you do full width, are you saying that you don't have to then do a second menu on the mobile?
You'll still have to adjust the mobile. It just looks better right away. So when you do the full width and then you go to the mobile view to edit and optimize it and everything, it just right away looks better than if you don't do the full width, but you still have to play with the lateral spacing and, just basically just pull that out, adjust the settings there left and right, up and down until you have expanded that and that gray bar on the mobile view of the iframe is gone.
Yeah, and I got to figure out how to do that. But okay, thank you very much, ladies. This was
You're welcome.
awesome, very helpful, because I'm right in the throes of doing this and trying to go live with it this week. So thank you.
Well, shout if you've got any questions. You know where to find us, eh? You drop me a note in the thing and I'll, even if I have to make you a video in the group, I'll make you a video.
Thank you.
If you guys get stuck. All right, guys, that's it. Any questions? Anything else you wanted to say? Now's the time before we say goodbye. None. All right. We love you guys and thank you for joining me today. And next week, Bridget is going to be your amazing training tutor specialist. Whatever. So I'm sure, let me ask her, let's tell them, what are you going to discuss or show them?
If you guys are interested in promoting local business, we're going to talk all about that. How do you find local business clients? How do you use those agency funnels? I'm going to talk all about the new sub accounts because they're brand new. How do you bill your clients? Probably 2 Tuesdays it's going to take to talk about all that. But next week is going to be all about finding local business clients.
So you guys must get excited. You get all this information overload.
So build a store and become an agency and just do everything.
Builderall is just so addictive. I don't know about you guys, but we find that we are so lucky to be in the position we are, because we work with Builderall, and when we don't work with Builderall, we work with Builderall. If I can put it that way, we do the stuff that we're supposed to do our trainings and things, but when we do our own businesses, we still do that. So we never move away from what we do, whether it's our fun or whether it's business or whatever the case might be. We always in front of Builderall. It's become a lifestyle. It's an absolute lifestyle for us.
That's really true. And just, it's so surreal, I have to say. 2 years ago, I created my Builderall account. 7 months later, I was quitting my full-time job. I was watching these Tuesday night trainings. I was participating. I was doing all the things everybody else is doing. And now, next Tuesday, I am hosting the Tuesday night training.
Can you believe that?
That's like, pinch me. That is so crazy. Who gets to do what they love for a living, really?
Absolutely. And it's not impossible for you guys too. I mean, you guys have to remember, everybody starts at the bottom and everybody work their way up. I mean, if we could do it, you guys can do it too. It just needs to take action and commitment. That's really the only thing it is. It's just to take that action. Because if you don't take the action, you're never going to get where you are. Absolutely. All right, guys. I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. You can leave as you like. I'm only going to do that when everybody's gone so I can stop the recording. And once again, thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Have a good night. See you next week.